Hey everyone, welcome back to Dark Facts 20. My name is Candace, and today we're diving into something that goes far beyond the surface. Something that most people overlook, but that matters more than anyone admits when it comes to compliments, especially the kind directed toward women. There are certain words they hear all the time. You're beautiful, you're smart, you're amazing. And yes, they appreciate them. They acknowledge them with a polite smile, a soft thank you, maybe even a subtle blush. But here's the truth behind the scenes that few men ever realize: those words rarely create a deep emotional imprint on a woman. They are safe, predictable, ordinary, and because of that, they tend to fade into the background of her memory like elevator music. Pleasant but forgettable. But if you truly want to stand out, if you want to make a woman not just notice you but remember you, if you want her to feel something deep, real, and lasting, you have to go beyond the skin, beyond the usual flattery, and reach into that quiet inner space within her that is rarely acknowledged, that space where real emotional resonance lives. Of understanding. When you do this, something powerful happens. She doesn't just feel flattered, she feels seen. She doesn't just feel liked, she feels connected. She doesn't just smile, she remembers. If you want to truly captivate a woman, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you need to offer words that reflect an awareness. Few men possess compliments that are rare, powerful, and almost forbidden, not because they're inappropriate, but because they're sacred. They're not part of daily conversation, they're not found in Instagram captions or dating apps. These are the words that stir her, the words that make her lie awake thinking about you long after the night ends, the kind of compliments that awaken something primal and unforgettable inside her. Today we're diving deep into the top 3 forbidden compliments that will make any woman crave your presence and not pull of who you are. Most men don't realize that compliments are like blades. They can heal or they can harm. Say the wrong thing and it sounds fake, manipulative, or desperate. Say something too generic and it evaporates from her memory before the moment even passes. But when you say something rare, something precise, something that touches a hidden part of her psychology, suddenly you become unforgettable. You separate yourself from the noise, you rise above the crowd. This is where Stoic wisdom becomes your secret weapon. A true Stoic man does not flatter to win affection. He does not give compliments out of hunger for approval. He speaks with intention, with awareness, and with power. And when you learn this art, women won't just be curious about you, they'll feel magnetically drawn to you, even if they don't understand why. Because truth resonates deeper than charm, and recognition hits harder than attraction. So let's break down these top 3 forbidden compliments that are like keys to her emotional core, and trust me, when used authentically, they unlock something far greater than attraction. They unlock trust, admiration, and desire. Most men compliment women on what they see: her beauty, her body, her style. But what about her mind? What about the architecture of her thoughts, the way her ideas flow, the hidden brilliance behind her quiet glances or bold opinions? Women are starving for compliments that recognize their intellect, and not in the tired "you're smart" way, but in a way that shows you are paying attention to the uniqueness of how her mind works, her ideas, her worldview, her angles, and the lens through which she experiences the world. It shows that you are looking deeper than most, that you're not distracted by the obvious, but drawn to the rare. It tells her without saying it outright: I see you, not just your beauty, not just your surface, but the landscape of your thoughts, the nuance of your creativity, the originality in your perspective. That kind of recognition is rare, and that rarity makes it powerful. It hits an emotional nerve in her. It makes her want to share more of herself because it makes her feel safe and seen and special, not for what she wears or how she walks, but for the way she thinks. And the truth is that a woman who feels seen in her mind will open her heart more freely than one who is only seen for her body. How to use it next time she shares something, an opinion, an observation, an insight that's especially thoughtful or creative. Stop what you're doing, look her in the eyes, and say, "That's a really fascinating way to look at it. Honestly, I don't think I've ever met anyone who sees things the way you do." Then pause. Let the words hang in the air. Let her feel their weight and depth and sincerity. That pause is not silence. It's space. It's gravity. It's the echo of your authenticity reverberating in her chest. Because, let's be honest, how often do women get complimented on their inner strength, their resilience, their quiet bravery? Sure, they hear things like, "You're cute when you're mad," or "You're so sweet," but how often does someone stop and say, "You held it together. When most people would fall apart, you stayed graceful when chaos was pulling you in every direction"? That kind of compliment lands differently. It's not about looks or sweetness, it's about grit, it's about depth, and that's what makes it unforgettable, because it shows that you admire her not just for her softness, but for her steel. You are complimenting the fortress behind her smile. Most men chase ease, they pursue beauty and charm, but a Stoic man recognizes and respects strength, and not just physical strength, but emotional strength, psychological strength, spiritual endurance. He acknowledges her battle scars and calls them beautiful, and here's the real magic: when you acknowledge her strength, she will grow stronger, not just for herself but for you. She'll want to show you more of that power, more of it, how to use it. Let's say she tells you about standing up for herself at work, or supporting someone through a crisis, or managing anxiety while showing up for everyone else. Don't just say, wow, that's impressive. Say, most people would have lost it in that situation, but you handled it with real grace and composure. That's rare. Again, let your words land. Let her see that you are not just another man passing through her life, but a man who truly sees her. This next compliment hits the soul in a way most words never will, because whether she admits it or not, every woman, every human being wants to feel like they matter, like they leave a mark, not just that they look good or are fun to be around, but that their presence actually shifts the energy of the people they touch. This is about her impact, her influence, her presence, not her charm, but her contribution. It's a compliment that says you make people better simply by being around them, and that's a kind of power most people never recognize. Why it works is because it elevates her in her own eyes. It tells her she is not just liked. She is meaningful, not just pleasant, but powerful. She becomes aware that her presence carries weight, that her energy brings life, that her influence inspires growth. That is unforgettable. How to use it. Next time you're around her, and notice the mood shift when she enters the room. When people laugh more, smile easier, feel more alive, say this: you know what I love about you? You make people better just by being yourself. You don't even try to do it, but it happens, and it's honestly rare. That right there will be seared into her memory, because so few people ever say that, and even fewer mean it. These are not casual compliments. They are not pickup lines. They are surgical, they are spiritual, they are sacred, and most importantly, they must be authentic. Don't fake them, don't memorize them. Use them only when they are earned, when you truly feel them in your gut. Women can tell the difference between a man who is performing and a man who is perceiving. One is acting, one is seeing, and when she realizes that you truly see her, not just her beauty, but her soul, her courage, her impact, her essence, she won't, just like you, she feel deeply connected to you. This is where admiration transforms into true connection, because most men think women want to be liked, but what they truly desire is to feel like they make a difference, that they matter, that their presence is transformative, not just decorative. So when you look a woman in the eyes and say, you inspire me to be better, you're doing something bold. You're stepping into your purpose. You're awakening something in me. You're not just admiring her. You're honoring her. You're placing her in the highest seat in your emotional kingdom. You're telling her, you change me, and there is nothing more powerful. Why this works is because it touches something ancient, something primal, the human need to matter, to impact, to be more than flesh and features. It makes her feel like she's not just a muse, but a force, a mirror that reflects the best in you. How to use it. When she tells you about a risk she took, a dream, she's chasing a challenge, she's embracing, look at her with real reverence and say, you really inspire me to be better. The way you carry yourself, the way you rise, it makes me want to level up. That's something I don't take lightly. That moment, that tone, that honesty will be something she replays again and again. And finally, this one is different from the others. It's not about what she does or says, it's about what she radiates. Her essence. Most people walk into a room and blend in, but some women, they bring a shift in energy without even speaking. Their presence uplifts, expands, sharpens the space around them, and if you can be the man who sees that, who puts it into words, who acknowledges it when no one else ever does, she will never forget you. Why it works is because it speaks to her vibration, her frequency, her very being. You're telling her she's not just beautiful, she's magnetic, she's not just interesting, she's unforgettable. Her energy is alive in the space between people, and you felt it and named it.